Hey, welcome back to Front of the Tech Desk by RC Experts Horizon Hobby. I'm your host, Brad Brooker. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to bind and set up your Capra four-wheel steer in your DX5pro. Before we get started, we need a few tools. You need a 1.5mm wrench, a flat blade screwdriver, and a battery to power your Capra. Now let's get started. First thing we'll do is take your 1.5mm wrench and remove the 4 screws that hold the door panel on the driver's side. Once you remove the driver's side door panel, it'll allow you access to the 2-in-1 unit. So we actually bind the transmitter to the receiver and /ESC. So let's get doing that. Once you have the door panel off, now you're going to take your battery. We're actually going to plug it into the truck, and also you want to make sure the truck is off at first here. Go and plug it in. This time you want to grab your transmitter and go and power it up. You want to go ahead and create a new model for your vehicle here. So let's go ahead and create a new model so everything's nice and fresh. So once you have the new model created, you're going to turn the Capra on. Once you have it turned on, you're actually going to hit the bind button on the 2-in-1 unit to put it in bind mode. Once it's flashing, it indicates it's in bind mode. Now you're going to put your transmitter in bind mode. Go ahead and hit bind. Give it a second, let them bind together. Once you have the Capra bound to the transmitter, now it's time to program the transmitter itself. There's 2 different ways to program the transmitter with the DX5pro, which makes it kind of special. You have the traditional 4-way steer mixing mode, or you can actually use the pot on the side of the transmitter as a steering option as well. So let's walk you through it. First thing you want to do is make sure it actually steers in the right direction. As you see here, it's actually steering backwards. So we need to reverse the steering. So go to reverse in your menus. We're going to reverse the steering. Once you have that reversed, now what you're going to do is actually go into mixing. So go to your menu screen. You go down to mixing. You're going to click on mixing. Once you're here, you'll see all the different mixes here. You actually want to go to steering. You're going to go down to steering. You're going to click on inhibit. Here you have the option of 4-wheel steer or 2 servos. We're actually do 4-wheel steer, so you're going to scroll down, click on 4-wheel steer, select that. Now it says new model inhibited, so you're going to scroll down to that, inhibited. You're going to click on that. You're going to scroll up. Here you're actually going to let the transmitter and receiver know where you actually have the extra steering servo plugged in. We actually have it plugged in auxiliary 1 as it does come in the factory. Once we have that clicked, we'll scroll down to switch. Here you're going to click on inhibit there, and you're going to pick what switch you want to have the actual 4-wheel steer on. We're going to go with the D switch, is located right here on the next to the steering wheel. Once you have that clicked on, now you're going to back out of your screen. You'll see where it says steering activated to let you know that mixing is activated. You'll enter that again, so you'll click on that. Here you'll actually see the different steering options you have and also the order they're in. So 0 being the starting point, 1, 2, and 3. Here you actually see we actually need to change the starting point a little bit because we need the front steering to be the starting point. So we need to change that to 0. So we're going to change the one that actually has 0 the moment to a different one. We're just going to 0 it out. We'll go down to position 2. We'll make that 0. We'll go back up to where we changed the first one previously. We'll make that one to position 2. Another cool little feature, you're actually able to change the parameters in the actual those 2 positions there. So that's kind of nice. You can fine tune those. So the order now is going to be your starting point in front, position 1, 2, and 3. So once you have that set to your likings, you can go back out. You see the steering is still activated. So now let's go ahead and check it out. Now let's see how everything operates. So position 0 is our starting point. So it'll be just the steering for the front, which we have. Click on the D switch down, will be position 1, which is both front and rear. Click it again, be front and rear again. And position 3 is just rear only. Now to back through it again, you go pull back on the D switch, as you see here. Do it again. And you see it actually puts a square around the actual position you're looking at. And back to the front. There you have it. That's how you program four-wheel steer using mixing. So another way to program four-wheel steer on your DX5pro is actually using the pot/knob on the side of the transmitter. And to do so, we actually have designed a new little thumb wheel, in essence. Actually replace the knob itself on there. This is located on Thingiverse. We created this there. So what you'll need to do is take a flat blade screwdriver, gently pull the knob off. So the new printed knob is keyed just like the original knob itself. So please look at that when installing it onto the transmitter. So make sure you have it in the right way. So let's go ahead and install that. It just slides right on in place. So you can move it back and forth, just like that. So in essence, this will act like another steering wheel for the rear is what we're going to do. So this will be the rear steering and your normal front steering. So let's go get the programming now. What you'll do is go into your menu, you're going to scroll down to channel assignment. You're going to click on that. You'll want to go to auxiliary 1 because that's where the rear steering servo is plugged in 2-in-1. You're going down and click on inhibit. You want to select pot as we're selected right here, but there's a number of different places you can go, but you actually want to go to pot. You'll click on that. So once you have the pot/knob selected, you actually can steer the rear with the ease of your thumb. Just like that. And you can do the front, you can do everything. Just simple and easy now. So like I said, this acts as the steering wheel for the rear, and you have your normal front steering as usual. There you go. There's no way to program rear steer using your DX5pro. Thanks again for watching and stay tuned for more tips, tricks, and helpful videos from RC Experts Horizon Hobby.